Hey guys, welcome back. BDC Gear here, and today we're going to be showing you what we think is probably the best gold breakthrough team.
Right. So the key really is you need two slots, or you can at most have two slots taken up with your team.
Because the third slot needs to be taken up with whoever is getting unlocked through breakthrough.
Right. And the key here is Arkham Knight Batman. So he's got the Adept Knives for the special one boost, but also this area effect. The Demon Blade, the really important part is the critical and special 2. And the Kryptonian Rifle, the important part is the critical and special 2 also. Now, you also get the side benefit of an extra special 1 boost. But none of it really matters. And Batgirl is sort of backup. She's sort of support because that extra bar of power is really good. And she's there just in case. And she's just got her regular Cloak of Destiny. I want to say Cloak of Dagger. That's not right. The Cloak of Destiny gear loadout.
Yeah, so when we say the best, obviously we're not saying that this is guaranteed to be the best or the best forever. We're saying that you can't really get much faster than this. Yeah. So this is really as efficient as you're realistically going to get when going through breakthrough.
So when you're playing this, and I've been farming breakthrough for a while now, when you get through this, the key part that actually is the most annoying, this is the potential for error and slows you down, is when Ares does his, his whole knock you out in one hit. Mm-hmm. But you also need guys that can handle everybody up until now. So Arkham Knight Batman is geared for special 1s throughout, and then a special 2 for Ares. Alright, so what's cool is, alright, so we can take 3 lane text instead of 2, and we're just going to do this. The area effect, the splash damage, is great. Like, look how fast we're just mowing through all of them. Ooh. Don't always get that with only 2 special 1s. Usually it takes the third one. And that's what Batgirl's there for, but you don't even need her.
Yeah.
And that was pretty fast. This is the interesting fight. Okay, so Raven is often a pain. And the temptation here is to bring Batgirl in, like drop her in really quickly.
Yeah,
right
and use her special with the stun to
special immediately
totally destroy her.
Right. And if you do it immediately right at the beginning, it's unblocked. The funny thing is, after playing it for a bit, if you do that, you actually take longer, because then Reverse Flash and Earth 2 Solomon Grundy can take a while. And you want Batman to have the League of Assassins Knives. If you could have 2 of them, then yeah, Batgirl would probably be best for this level. So, special 1. So, Raven, what you're worried about is triggering, but in this case, it's actually not bad, because what's going to happen is we're just going to take everybody's else's health down to nothing.
There we go.
And Insurgency Batman, who's got nothing, really needs just a love tap, and the team is done.
Yeah, that's any damage from really anybody.
Right. And it'll take a little bit longer, actually, if Reverse Flash is the first one to tag in, because by finishing Raven with your special 1, he'll come in with full health. Mm-hmm. He'll reverse all that League of Assassins Knives splash damage. Alright, so here's the interesting part. So other guys can have bigger special 2s, and you could actually gear Arkham Knight Batman to have higher damage special 2, but what's critical is actually, you probably thought I was going to do a health boost, right? No. You want consistency of his special 2 to crit, so you can wipe him out. So you don't really need more than, say, I don't know, 250,000 damage, and you'll take care of him, like, really easily.
Yeah, so there we go. The loading screens are longer than the actual fights.
Yeah, alright, so just to show you that wasn't just a lucky fight, we're going to do a couple more just to show you that you can do this consistently and not have to worry really about losing or wasting a lot of time. Because it does take a huge amount of time when you're trying to cycle through all the different characters to max out their breakthrough, sort of max out unlocking their breakthroughs, even if you don't promote them, right?
Yeah. And this is a good example of the breakthrough reset glitch, just us doing it a couple times in tandem.
Alright, so you notice that it's red, so that means Insurgency Batman has reached his limit. And, oh, by the way, Arkham Knight Batman is maxed out on his health and damage, but really the only part that matters is his Arkham Knight's crit damage and crit chance, because it was working just as well before we done that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost funny just how good Arkham Knight Batman is.
Kind of crazy.
Yeah, if you're not lucky, even if you didn't have Batgirl and you're not lucky enough to finish the Suicide Squad team in 2 special ones, he's easily good enough to take out the third guy with just a few hits.
Yeah, and I think it's funny. It's interesting because this is like Survivor where your health carries over.
Yeah.
But it's there we go.
Didn't quite get in the middle. Yeah.
But it's funny that because the boss battle with Ares, really your main, if not only, concern at this level of play is the instant knockout. You can actually just give him that low health, right?
Yeah. Well, actually, the other thing that makes this more interesting, different than Survivor in a significant way, is that the energy, or the power gen, favors the person being hit. So you can't just keep on attacking somebody over and over because you're giving them power and they're going to hit you with a special.
Yeah.
So it changes the flavor of the fight. All right, so sometimes what's interesting is because Batman, he's not geared for crit on special 1. He just has the crit that's built into him. Sometimes it's a bit random whether you hit Raven just right. So in that one, we were able to just hit her a few times because it triggered her passive twice, which made her useless. But sometimes if you're lucky, it'll just wipe her out.
So we'll see.
So hopefully we'll get one of those to show you. Ooh, there we go.
Perfect.
Alright, so this changes the flavor again of it too, because now for sure we're going to knock him out, and Reverse Flash is going to come in with full health. But we've still got another special 1 to dance around a bit, because that first one coming in with full health removes one of his what is it, cellular
regenerations, yeah.
If I hadn't been doing this for a while already, I'd be really impressed with Arkham Knight Batman.
Yeah, they always seem to make the promo characters a little better, where they're actually directly advertising something.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And see, this is the thing too, because if you get the timing right, you don't bother with health boosts. I know that sometimes it feels like you really need to have them at max health, so in case they get hit. But I'm not too worried. And really, the most important, like I said, the most important thing is you want the highest crit chance on special 2. I don't really care about augmenting the damage anymore because he's got more than enough to take care of him.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. All right, that was 360. So we'll just finish him off. We'll finish max promoting. Oh, and the reason why Arkham Knight Batman and Batgirl are grayed out are because they've already had their promotions unlocked up to Elite 10, even though we haven't done it yet. All right. Yeah, it's it'd be a shame. Like we're grinding so much. You've heard that Injustice 2 is coming out in May, right?
Yeah, the game, like the console game, not the app. And well, the app hasn't been confirmed, I should say. Not that the app isn't coming out in May.
Right. And I think originally it came out on iOS just before the console, right? The mobile app.
Yeah.
I think, if memory serves correctly. So hopefully
that would make sense, because that would make it like a kind of promotional item,
mm-hmm.
advertising for the console game the way that these are kind of meant to.
But there was a huge delay for Android, right? It was months later before Android got it. So I hope that's not the case again.
That's always the way of things. It's too bad that they have proprietary files, right? Mm-hmm. File types, so that you can't just take one from one and put it on the other. Because Android has APKs, and I don't actually remember what iOS has, but I know it's definitely something different.
Mm. It amounts to just the nomenclature, right? It's not really like there's something fundamentally different. They're programs.
Yeah, but they're incompatible. There is ways. I think for certain stuff there's like ways that you can just compile it for the different types
mm-hmm.
and take all your assets and stuff. But I'm sure that doesn't probably work well enough to actually be fully usable, to just
mm-hmm.
compile it the 2 different ways and then put it directly onto the Play Store and the App Store. It's got to be a bit more involved than that.
Oh, actually, I just thought something. If anybody's paying attention, the required guys are actually. Oh, actually, I want to see Raven first. Oops.
Oh.
So Batman
got
is
the
not
damage buff.
Perfect. Oh, again. Okay.
That was because they didn't hit.
Almost. So it's just a matter of not. Oh, and the first one didn't take. Crap. So now he's gonna come back, but he's gonna come back with not a lot of health. Okay. So It should be relatively easy to take care of. This is probably gonna be the longest fight yet. Yeah. But again, I don't want to do a special because all that's gonna do is it's gonna engage. I don't want to spend time, although I probably should have.
Yeah.
I could probably do a special 3 now. But.
So really, if any other team is going to be better or faster than this team, it's going to be because they can every single time kill Raven in the right way and kill Reverse Flash in the right way, and I just don't know if that's actually a possibility.
Yeah, and I don't know that there's anybody better. I mean, the only other person I think that might be a little bit better for Ares would be Ares with Batgirl again.
Yeah.
Because what you'll notice is in all 3 fights, we're not even bothering with Ares. Like, he doesn't get to play his mini game, like that aiming, the sliding bar mini game. He just never gets a chance. And really, you only need the 2 bars. The other stuff is sort of superfluous because it doesn't really matter, but it's good practice.
Yeah. Would Ares Godsmack work the same way that right now Arkham Knight Batman is when you use all the special 1 splash damage? Where the other guys come in with 0 health.
He just doesn't do enough. It's possible, but if it doesn't crit, he won't do enough. All right, and so the last bit is we're going to take it back into today. Or maybe not.
No, we got to do one last run, right? Because we're going
to
go all the way up to Elite 10. Unlock.
Right, was that only... Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna take him from
Elite
7 all the way up to 10.
Yeah, I just totally wasn't paying attention.
That's okay.
It's late. It's all the Christmas, the holiday cheer. Yeah, I'm really, the more I think about it, the more I'm really hoping that there's some carryover for our Injustice progress if they'd come up with a new app. I'd actually even be happier if they just did... Just reskinned like they do with characters. Reskin the app.
That'd be good. Like Injustice 2.0.
Yeah. Oh, I hate when
yeah, that would be better. But whatever happens will happen.
Yeah. What? I'm just trying to think. What would be a big enough change that would justify being able to call it Injustice 2? I can't even imagine because they've just added so much new content recently, even with Breakthrough, just in this like 2.13 update, right?
I think what's likely going to happen is Injustice 2 will be its own separate app, but it'll almost be built to be a little bit more short-lived. Like the same way that the Arkham Origins or Arkham Knight app was built, where it was just like Injustice, except there's only 1 character, so there's a very limited amount of playtime, and the price of everything was all weird because you couldn't play for as long, so it was a different kind of question of grinding and all that. Where if they design something like, not exactly like that, but if they kind of use that design philosophy where it's more of a throwaway app, the way a lot of these kind of companion apps tend to be, I think that would be probably easiest for everyone, right? Because they can build a new app so console unlocks aren't weird, right? And then people can play it for a little while, especially if you want console unlocks, and then people will go back to this, and they can continue to put their focus on the place where most people like play. And I feel like that's probably one of the more likely options, even though I don't think that's the best option. I do think the best option for players, and probably also the better option just for the coders, right? The people who are actually making the game and not Warner Brothers as an entity, would be to just release a content update for this. But I feel like with the way Injustice 2 is and how big it is as a console game, they probably will need to do a separate app, even if they don't necessarily want to.
Can't disagree with any of that. I think that's all legit. So again, no point doing a health boost. No point wasting 2,500 power credits, especially since there is not a power credit glitch right now.
Yeah, so there we go. Now we are going to show going back to the present day and resetting the reset timer.
Right. So you can bring it back.
Or I guess fixing the reset timer technically.
Right, so you're not with coming into the game with like more than 24 hours.
Yeah.
All right, so now he's max promoted out. We'll just go back to our settings. Today, if we're posting it today, turn our Wi-Fi back on. And, as Bugs Bunny would say, viola. And we're back. And Breakthrough is ready. All right. Yeah, thanks for watching. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we'll see you guys next time.
Komoda.